Jehovih spoke to God, Oahspe, saying, On the evening of the third day you shall move your Etherian ship toward the earth. And when you arrive within an Arafin, or roughly 20,000 miles or 32,000 kilometers, you shall halt for another 3 days, so that your magnificence may awe the mortals and angels of earth, with the power and glory of my emancipated sons and daughters. God, Oahspe proceeded as commanded, and when he came within an Arafin, halted for 3 days. And the magnificence of the scene overcame the stubbornness of mortals on earth and angels in atmosphere. Again Jehovih said, Proceed again, my son, Oahspe, and when you are within half the breadth of the earth, or roughly 4,000 miles or 6,400 kilometers, the distance from Atlanta to Los Angeles and back again, halt once more and make a plateau in that place. And it shall be your place of residence for the period of dawn, which shall be 7 years and 60 days. And from this time forward, my Etherian host shall not remain in atmosphere more than 8 years in any one cycle. This dawn that I, Jehovih, give you, Oahspe, shall be like every dawn of Dan, some of 1 year, some of 2, 3, 4 or more years, as the time requires. And you, Oahspe, shall dwell in your kingdom 7 years and 60 days, and the time shall be called the first dawn of Dan, and the next succeeding shall be called the second dawn of Dan, and so on, as long as the earth brings forth. And the time from one dawn of Dan to another shall be called 1 danha, and 4 danha shall be called 1 square, because this is the sum of 1 density, which is 12,000 of the earth's years. And 12 squares shall be called 1 cube, which is the first dividend of the third space, in which there is no variation in the vortex of the earth. And 4 cubes shall be called 1 sum, because its magnitude embraces 1 equal of the great serpent. So, God, Oahspe proceeded again, and moved within 4,000 miles of the earth, and the voice of Jehovih commanded Oahspe to halt there, and found a new kingdom, using all things requisite, or necessary, to that end. Jehovih said, Oahspe, your place shall be sufficiently distant from the earth, so that your dominion will not be disturbed by the confusion of fallen angels. Also, the distance of your kingdom will prevent those whom you shall redeem away from earth and mortal contact, from returning to the earth. God, Oahspe perceived, and he proclaimed what Jehovih had spoken to him. And the hosts cast out fastenings to the plateau, so that the kingdom, together with the Etherian sea of fire, could rotate with the earth and its atmosphere. Jehovih said, Oahspe, make the foundation of your place strong, and erect 10,000 pillars of fire around it, and in every direction provide roadways and mansions. But in the center you shall build the house of council, where your host of dominion shall sit during dawn, during your 7 years and 60 days. God, Oahspe built the place as commanded by Jehovih, and when it was finished, Jehovih said, Oahspe, you shall call the place Yeshua. And it was called that because it was a place of salvation. Again Jehovih said, Now choose your council, my son, Oahspe, and also your sub-officers, and when you have completed the list, leave the sub-officers in Yeshua while you and your council of 1,000,000 men and women proceed down to the earth and its heaven to cast your eyes upon its inhabitants, for they are in distress. And when you come to the place of my lords and my God, deliver them and bring them to Yeshua, for they need rest. And also bring away with you all the hands in heaven who are capable, and place them into the care of your people. God, Oahspe did as commanded, first selecting his council and his officers, and then he and his hosts proceeded to the earth as commanded.